Hey everybody, welcome back. If you didn't know you needed this filmmaking tool, well, you do. Hear me out. We have the Ulanzi Filmog Ace portable fog machine, and I just might inspire you to have as much creative fun as I did making this video. So let's get started. It's not necessary to do an unboxing, but real quick, here's what you'll get. First off, there's the main body. There's also a tank that is secured in a canister, fog direction attachments, two 25 milliamp batteries, 60 millimeter bottle of fog juice, charging cable, documentation, all nicely packaged in a zippered hard case. This hard case is really nice. Just so you know, this isn't my first time owning this particular model. I'll go ahead and get the bad stuff out of the way first. See, I bought my first one and broke it within 5 minutes of putting it together because it had a defective cage. It was so loose that I picked it up and the fog machine dropped to the ground and busted the tank. Oil went everywhere. So I returned it and bought the Lensgo Smoke S that was of similar price, but not as good. Now don't get me wrong, I have loved my Lensgo fog machine, but I had a bit of FOMO with a few of the features of this Ulanzi FM01 Filmog Ace. Some of those features include a magnetic remote that docks with the unit, the ability to control the rate of fog, and the temperature of the fog that actually controls the density. I'm definitely giving this one another chance because of those features, but it's still not a perfect portable fog machine. As I mentioned in the other video that I'll post here for you to check out, they both share design flaws that I just can't understand, and that's putting the USB-C port on the bottom of the unit. So when you charge it, the machine has to be tilted on its side, which is never a great idea when using fluids. If you vape or you have an oil diffuser of any sort, you know the struggle. Now going back to why I returned the last one, this cage seems to snap when in fact the other didn't, so it's a bit more secure. I'd still like to see a better fastening or locking method like the Lensgo where you just twist and lock, but this is still better than what I had before. Another thing I like about this one over the Lensgo is it has two removable 3.6 volt 25 milliamp batteries, so this machine has a much brighter future than the Lensgo. Preparing for the first time is a breeze. While you're charging the battery fully, you remove the tank from the canister, pull back the rubber plug on top, and you just fill it near the top with the provided fluid. You might be wondering how to get more fluid, but I'll get to that in a moment. I have a much cheaper and better way to create your own fluid at a fraction of the cost. Once filled, ensure you securely and snugly screw the tank back onto the body. I didn't do this my first time as not to put too much pressure on the tank and uh, kept getting an annoying tank overheating message. I was getting frustrated, thought I got another one of those lemon units. But once I screwed it on tighter, it never displayed that message again, so winning. Now something that you may want to pay close attention to is the film residue of oil that the fog leaves. Since it's comprised of vegetable glycerin and polyglycol like in vapes, it's inevitable that it will leave a sticky film on everything. I used this on my floor outside of my bathroom and almost slipped later when I stepped in it because of the oils, so just be careful. I truly love that we fully control the temperature and the speeds, and coupled with the sponge nozzle, you could just lay down a heavy plane of fog that creates an amazing surface area that is really hard to emulate without such a tool. Again, you're getting extra added layers of complexity on a very small budget. As often as this competes with other brands, it's easy to find it on special sales and deals that sit between $90 and $100. Having better control of this portable fog machine has made a huge difference to present some of my creative shots. In both product reviews and food photography, the possibilities are endless. Although full blast is primarily shown in this video, having the option to add subtle hints of fog to your portraits and video only enhances your productions. In order to control these settings, the magnetically removable remote controls the velocity by pressing the middle button to get to the fan icon where you can then press up or down. The temperature is operated exactly the same way once you toggle to the bubble icon. If you want to remove the remote, it is very easy. Just press the very top of the remote into the cradle and the bottom will protrude out enough for you to be able to grab it. One thing that might save you some time figuring out this is the remote must be near or plugged into the machine in order to turn it on, because it won't turn on remotely if more than like 10 feet away. That does not limit the Bluetooth range of the actual 33 feet, but for some reason it just doesn't like to connect initially. If you ever lose the remote, you will lose the ability to fine tune and control all of those features, but you can still use it full blast with the main button on the body of the fog machine. One nice thing is it can charge while it's in use. See, in my studio, I do most of my shooting in a particular spot, so having it always charged and ready to go is very convenient. I just wish they had given a little bit more room for the quarter 20 and the USB-C port to be used simultaneously, because if you don't match them up just right, it's not going to seat all the way in and be able to charge. Now, as for that fluid, you can get a gallon of fog juice for about $35 on Amazon, or you can go even cheaper by making your own, by buying 1 gallon of distilled water and mixing it with vegetable glycerin. So all you're going to do is use 3 parts of distilled water and 1 part of vegetable glycerin, and boom, now you'll have fluid for years. It doesn't matter if you're a videographer or photographer. This creative tool enhances every aspect by adding even more interest to your amazing creations. I had a ton of fun making this video, even though, believe it or not, I injured myself making it. How do you injure yourself making a fog machine review? Well, let me explain. I have Meniere's disease, and while shooting the bedroom fire scene, I stood up too fast in the bed to avoid the camera tripod and went straight to the floor from standing in the middle of the bed, where I caught the dresser and broke my fall with my wrist. So I'm a little sore today. So if that doesn't deserve a sympathy like, or better yet, a sympathy subscribe, then I don't know what does, but really, I sure hope you got something from this video. I'm very excited to continue using this better fog machine than what I had before. And I just want to thank you, Lanzi, for reaching out to me and sending this to me, even though I went on a rant and said some pretty ugly things about that product. My mind is definitely more at ease, and I can now confidently endorse what might be one of my favorite additions to the studio. So, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video.